my trip to Asia, my life became filled with curry buns, particularly in Singapore, and I wanted to give my version. And I'm using one of my favorite curries, which is a chili and lemongrass curry, which I've cooked off and it's cooled at this point. And I do need it to be cool because I'm gonna fill it inside some soft, yeasty dough buns. So to a mixer, I'm going to add in some flour, fast-action yeast, a little bit of caster sugar, and just blend this up in that bowl. And I'm gonna make a little well in the center. So some softened butter, essential here when you're adding it to a dough like this. And then 1 large egg. Straight in there. My milk should be just up to temperature. In fact, it's perfect at this point. Pour that straight in. And the whole mix is gonna go into the mixer and beat up until I have a nice smooth dough that has a little bit of a spring to it. Get it up to speed, slowly but surely. Actually, just to balance all the sweetness that's in there, just give it a good pinch of salt. And as soon as it starts to look springy and elastic, it's good to go. All right, this is looking good. I'm gonna take out that dough and just give it a quick knead on the deck here. And look at this, you've got a really nice, smooth dough, which is just springing back exactly what I need. So this now goes into a bowl, and it's gonna rest for about 45 minutes, just until it doubles in size. And I do have one that has been resting, and it's ready to go. And look at that. This is my favorite moment in the kitchen. You have to stick with it and punch it down. Look at that. It's such satisfaction. Roll it up like this, and then kind of fold it back on itself. And we're gonna get it into a nice, even sausage. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. And I'm looking for 9 even little bun pieces here. And now it's just a case of filling these with curry. It's a sweet curry, and it's gonna be the perfect filling to this wonderful bun that I'm going to make. So I have my cooled chicken ready to go. Just give this all a good dusting of flour. And once you have a nice kind of smooth, flat round, it's just a case of filling. I'm just gonna twist this into a nice little bun and do exactly the same with the rest of them. Now, the great thing about this little method is that you could do this with any curry. It's a really simple way of taking curry on the go. It is time now for these to rise, and they're gonna take about 30 minutes. If you have not seen these before, they're pandan leaves. They're kind of like the Asian vanilla. I'm using them not only to flavor up the sides of my little buns, but also to make them look quite pretty. I do have buns which have risen, and they've doubled in size now. So I'm gonna grab one of these little pandan leaves and just use this to wrap around the sides of this bun. Kind of feels like a little parcel. Right, this looks pretty good now, and I guess it's just a case of finishing them off. Okay, just spread each one with a decent amount of egg wash, because it's this egg wash that's going to give you that lovely colour. And a final little touch, you don't have to do this, but it looks great, is some sesame seeds. I've got some white sesame seeds and some black sesame seeds, and it's just a nice little crunch. They're ready now for the oven. They're going to go in at 180 degrees Celsius just until they've puffed up and become nice and golden. I mean, check that out. There's a great finish over the top. I think they're best served warm, so I'm going to tuck in. I feel a bit sad having to unwrap them after all the hard work I put in, but look how sweet they look. I'm just going to rip one apart and expose some of that curry interior. Look at that. You know what? Those Singapore bakers are onto something delicious.